What's up, everybody? Welcome back to our YouTube channel. Yes, it's a bit different today because it's not Hayden finally, it's me. Yes, you'll get to see me, because I'm doing the editor and the photographer and the videographer and the everything for her, and I'm not featured in this video, so why not put myself in? Just kidding. Anyway, yes, today's video is going to be a bit different. I'm going to be showing you hand rearing techniques, hand rearing equipment that you need to use, and of course, very important, sterilization of your equipment. And I can also show you the temperature-wise of your brooder and your formula to feed your babies, because that is very important to not feed cold and very hot formula. So yeah, I'm gonna be doing that today. And of course, also answering one question in the comments section in our videos. We always get asked, how do we handle babies, birds, and 3 dogs in the motorhome? Well, to be honest, it's not as hard as you think, because surprisingly, we managed it. But if you want a tour to our motorhome soon and how do we manage to do those stuff, please comment down below. We will for sure do it for you. So we are using peanut butter to give fat to the babies. So now I am using peanut butter. So unfortunately, I bought the peanut butter with crunchy bits. So to remove those bits, I am gonna need to press them in bottom of our bowl so that they'll be smooth, because there should be your formula should be smooth as possible. So what I do is this, press it in the bottom of the bowl. But you could actually buy smooth peanut butter, just unfortunately I didn't get that. So this is the brooder we use. At the moment I have one eclectus in here because most of the babies I've been hand rearing, hi baby, they are already in the weaning room, but still I am feeding them because they still need to be fed. But yeah, that is the brand we use because it's small and it fits in the motorhome, which is so fine. Hi baby, so it's time to feed him because it's so hungry. So let's make the formula. So formula wise, it really depends on you on what brand do you want to use and you're comfortable of using. So we are using Katie's. This is not sponsored, by the way. But the most important thing is the consistency of your formula, and once it cooled down, does it get hard? Or because there are formulas that they look so watery, but then minutes later it's solid. So you really need to know your formula. So I think advice for that, mix your formula first and then do an experiment, let it sit for a minute so that you know how to adjust your formula and make sure that once it's in the baby, it will not get hard as rock. So temperature wise of your formula, it should be, mine wise is 40 to 41.5. I don't go past that because I don't want to feed very hot formula and cold formula, because they don't like cold formula. Plus, you don't want hot formula because it'll burn their crop. So we're just gonna let this cool down. I actually have this. Check the temperature of our formula. By the way, when you're feeding, please do wash your hands. This is actually so nice because it beeps when you pass the target. When you pass the target temperature, so I set it on 42 because once you hit the target, you still need to get the syringe and then put it in the syringe, so it still take time to like cool down, and so it's gonna be perfect after that. So we're just gonna let this sit and I'm gonna tell you guys what I use for sterilization. So sterilization is very important in hand rearing to avoid infection and bacteria that will go to the bird. So we use this to sterilize all of our hand rearing equipment. I'm gonna show you a clip right here. You're gonna wash it with hot water, and then after you washed everything, you are going to spray this Vetafarm AV Care, because it is general purpose cage cleaner and disinfectant, which is so good for sterilization. Buy this to sterilize all of your equipment. So after you wash all of your utensils and then soaked it for 10 minutes with our disinfectant, we actually use this. We got this from Dave. Thank you, Dave. And it is a sterilization machine. It's for to sterilize your equipment, which is really good. So you're just gonna press that, and then it's just gonna sterilize your equipment. So our formula is now in the right temperature, so it's time to feed our babies. So there are different types of tools that you can use to feed your babies. It's either spoon feeding, crop needling, and crop tubing, or tips. So I love crop needle and crop tubing. And this icky, it's getting a bit hard to feed him, so I am using crop tube, which is this. So you just put that in the baby's mouth all the way to the crop. Hi, baby. So I actually weigh the baby every first feed of in the morning, because you're gonna be feeding it 10% of its weight. You're gonna feed it 10% of its weight. So my technique for crop tubing is you dip your tube in the formula so that it'll act as a lubricant, and it'll just slide down in the baby. Hi, here. So just do not be scared, and be confident to open the baby's beak and insert the tube, and you can feel it once it's there, because it doesn't feel like it's stuck, so you're in the right hole. So the baby have two holes, one direct to its lungs and one direct to its crop. So after you feed it, just massage it to make sure that old formula is mixed with the new formula and stuff. So yeah, hi baby, you did a great job. So let's go to the weaning room and feed my other babies, because in those babies I'm using crop needle, so I can show you the difference on how to feed with tube and crop needle. Let's go. So I want to say I'm sorry for the noise, because there's a lot of babies in here. So we usually put our babies in the mother home until they are all weaned, but since we are staying here at David's place, so might as well use the weaning room for the babies. So in here I have 2 Santonio and 1 cockatoo that I need to hand here, and all of the babies are finally weaned, so let's feed them. So I am using a crop needle, because these babies are a bit too hard to feed, because of course they're in a point that they don't want to be fed anymore. So since I don't have a table in here, I use the cage door as their... Hi, I want that. So some of the birds maybe are going to be flying everywhere. Hi, baby. So I do it like that. Got it. Good job. Okay. Come here. Boop, 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 boop. Okay. So that's how easy it is. So let me show you slowly on how to feed them. I just need to feed that cockatoo first because it'll fly. So, cockatoo, sun conure first. So, check this out. Have I fed this baby? Hi, baby. Okay. For crop needle, you need to go like that. Go above the tongue. And then straight to the crop. Sorry about the noise of the flop, plop, flop. Hi. Inside. One more. Example, these are this is the deep tongue, bottom deep. So it's like that. So you need to go like this, open the mouth, go to the top of the tongue, and insert to the side crop. The side hole, which is the crop. You can feel it. But if it feels like it's like having a grip, then you're in the wrong hole. Time to feed the cockatoo. So like that. Go to the side. Baby out. And that's it. We're done. Let's go get the baby. Okay. Hi, come on. Yep, we're done here. I'm actually gonna feed the eclectus because it's so noisy. That is the eclectus. I'm gonna be feeding it now. We are done feeding. So at the moment we don't have a lot of babies because all of them are now weaning. I'm gonna show you guys our babies. And conures. These are all the babies I hand reared. So now that I am done hand rearing them, we are in the part where we need to sterilize them using this, which is the video I have shown you earlier. And so yeah. So if you have a day-old baby, I feed them every 2 hours, 6 to 12. But those babies right now, I feed them every 4 hours. I think the only important thing to put in mind about hand rearing is that you need to make sure that everything that you use for the babies is clean, sterilized, every day, every use. And most importantly, you're not just feeding the babies. You need to check its poop. You need to check the crop if it's digesting the food properly. You need to check the noses of the baby if it's getting wet for fungal infections. You do not want to put hair in the shavings or in the container they are in, especially to female hand rearers there, because sometimes hair can tangle the feet of the babies and can cause for the feet to like be tied up with a hair and gone. So yeah, it is not just hand rearing, it is not just gaining that you need to check, it is the full health of the baby. Because if you check one difference, for example, if you check that there is something wrong with its poop, it's not the normal poop of the baby, you need to know what to give it. Do you need, and if the crop is not working well, you need to know what to do to stop it, to cure it, to make it back to normal. So my partner told me this: hand rearing is easy if you don't have any issues with the baby. But once there will be an issue, even a very simple issue, and if you don't know how to fix it, then there will be a difficulties. End up having a dead baby, which is very common, especially if you don't know how to like sterilize properly your equipment, and there will be a buildup infection, bacteria in the baby's guts and stuff. That is very common on day olds. So those are some of the stuff that you really need to focus on too. So yeah, that would be it for the video. I hope you enjoyed it. It's something different, of course. And if you have questions like where do we get all of the stuff that we are using right now, please do just comment down below, because we are doing our very best to to respond in every comment. So hopefully that you will support us all the time in this YouTube channel, in our Facebook page, in our TikTok account, because we are also posting there every day, and hoping to make content that is not just fun and enjoyable to watch, but also knowledgeable, because it is our goal to inspire people to be more into birds. So yes, if you have any suggestions, please don't forget to comment down below, because we are checking it every day. Thank you so much, guys, for watching our video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, click the notification bell, and of course, share it to your friends, share it to your family, share it to a group on Facebook, to have this YouTube channel a larger audience, because I do believe that this YouTube channel deserves that. So thank you so much. Ciao. Bye bye. Love you.